What is going on, guys? My name is Tim Ruswick, and today we're going to talk about passive income for game developers. This was a request that I got from Will Taylor. Will is one of our awesome Underground Elite members, which, by the way, if you want to join Underground Elite, there's a link in the description. Lots of cool stuff like video requests like this that we can do. Will wants to know, what are some passive income methods for game developers? And he didn't ask this specifically, but I know from talking to him and I know from interacting with him that he's looking to build a business and kind of generate some revenue on the side while he works on games and stuff. So passive income makes total sense. Passive income is like the holy grail, right? It's like the thing that everybody wants. Like it, and if you don't know what passive income is, it's basically income that comes in passively. You get checks in the mail, you get auto stuff in your bank, you get, notifications via PayPal, whatever it is, and you don't actually have to do anything. You set it up once and then the money just keeps flowing in. So I have something to say first, and that is, sorry to burst everybody's bubble, but there's no such thing as passive income, truly passive income, right? There's things that you can set up and do once and benefit for a long time. There's things that could take a lot of work up front and make you money, every month. There are things that you can do, but it takes a lot of work. So truly passive income, where just you get free money in every month, doesn't exist. So I just wanted to get that out there. But beyond that, there are actually 5 ways that I think you can generate passive income. And I've done a lot of these in various different forms. And I want to share them with you because I feel like they're really important and they're really things that, if you know about, I think each person has their own preference and each person has their own, assets and knowledge and understanding and all that stuff. So picking one or two, specific, probably one, if you want to really like hone in on it, I think is a good idea, because if you get good at something, you can get really, really good at it. And I've definitely honed in. So number one, I would say, and this only applies to people that already have money, because the only true form of like passive income, I think, are residuals or interest coming in from the bank. So if you've got a lot of money in the bank, you can put it into index funds, you can put it into stocks, you can put it into high yield bank accounts. You can do a lot of stuff with money. Basically, you can have your money generate money, and that is passive income. But obviously, if you have a whole bunch of money in the bank, you're probably not looking for passive income. You probably have figured out a way to generate income in a way that works for you. Maybe not. Maybe you got inherited or you won the lottery or something. But I feel like that's the only no work way to generate money. Now, it is risky, right? There's always risk. There's not any no risk, no work ways to generate passive income. So that's one of those. I think that's probably inaccessible for most of us, though. So number 2, I think, is to sell your tools. And a lot of you guys know that when I started game development, one of the first things I started with the FPS creator engine. And with that engine, it was cool. It was like drag and drop, and you could create cool little FPS levels, but there was no way to import my own models into the software. And I got really bummed about that because, yeah, it was an FPS creator, but there was no way for me to make my own FPS. I had to make their FPS with their stuff. So I wrote a tool, a piece of software that basically allowed you to get your own models in. If you imported a gun, you could set the fire rate, the projectile, all that stuff. If you imported a character, it would walk you through the animations and all that. And I sold the tool online, $29, and I made a ton of money. That's how I got into marketing. I learned how to do that over time. I learned how to sell the product. And people would buy it from PayPal. The link would get auto-delivered to them. And that was beautiful, man, because I made a ton of money at a time where I really needed it. And I used to joke because I had a PayPal debit card at the time, and the thing would never run out of money. Like, obviously, I didn't run out and buy like a bunch of expensive shit. I just used it for like food and phone bill and stuff. But because people kept buying it on the internet and the money would just go into the account and the software would get auto-delivered, it didn't require any work on my part. and the card was just, it just had like, it never ran out of money for like 2.5 years, and it was great. And I think that's the closest I've ever come to passive income. And so selling tools like that can be really effective. Obviously, you have to make sure that your tools are highly needed and wanted by the community, right? You have to do your vetting. You have to understand the needs of your customer. I couldn't have done that with any random tool. It was a tool that was very needed for the FPS creator community. People used it a lot. People really appreciated it. And, it was something that was needed. And I saw a need that was unfulfilled, and I filled that. And it didn't work out for too well because FPS Creator went on to new versions, and then, other engines came in Unity, and my software wasn't compatible with the new versions and all that, so it eventually kind of faded away. But it's something to just take into consideration, right? If you build tools or you build something, it could be online. These days, a lot of people build the web applications, right? Not just like software. I think that's where the future is going. So if you built anything that's useful, that there's a need for, that's unfulfilled, you can sell it online and generate passive income. You can set up the whole system to where it just works automatically and automated. So that's number 2. Number 3 is to sell your assets. A lot of us create things, and I don't just mean art assets. A lot of us create things that are byproducts of our game that we don't necessarily even think about. Like if you wrote some cool functions that do some really interesting things, you could sell those online. If you have some cool source code from a little mobile game you built, there are sites where you can sell your entire source code and game online. Someone's likely going to buy it and repackage your game and throw it up in the App Store or something, but you made money off of it. And you likely made more money than they did because you can sell source code for, 50, 100, couple $100 sometimes. And for like a mobile game, at least, it goes larger for bigger projects. So selling assets like that, or selling art assets, if you're a model, you can sell your stuff. If you make 2D images, you can sell that stuff, and you can look at, like, specifically on like the Unity asset store. But there are also a ton of places online where you can sell this stuff. You just one Google search away and you'll find a bunch of stuff. So selling assets is something that I think is kind of underutilized. Everybody thinks like, okay, artists can sell art, but programmers can sell code, musicians can sell music, like whatever you create, right? And not even the stuff that you create, not even the final product, but the things that you used to create the final product. So musicians, for example, if you're putting together a song and you record a bunch of sounds for your drums and for your kicks and for all that stuff, you can sell audio packs with all those sounds, and people that use FL Studio that want to just use all the different sounds to make their own beats, they can buy from you. So those are assets. Anything that you use to kind of create your final product. Number 4, you can sell your knowledge. This is something that you see a lot of people do in online marketing, because it's a thing. You write an ebook, you make a video course, whatever you sell, you go on Udemy, a lot of people sell their knowledge. And if you're an expert in a field, especially if you're in game development, you probably know a little bit about stuff, right? You could maybe teach how Unity works. You could teach how specific things in Unity works. You could teach how programming works. You could teach how a lot of stuff works. And there is a lot of competition nowadays. Like, obviously, there's a lot of stuff out there, but there's still a lot of money to be made by selling your knowledge. And if you think you don't have knowledge, I guarantee you have knowledge from somewhere or something that people are interested in. It may not even be game development. It may be something else. But someone somewhere will pay for what you know if you can deliver it in a package where it helps them. And Game Dev Underground was kind of founded on that idea that eventually I would build this community and I would eventually monetize some of my knowledge. And that's what, I'm working on a book. I'm working on a series of different things that's kind of what I'm doing, right? I'm monetizing my knowledge. And I feel like it's a really good way. It's one of the quicker ways. If you have an existing expertise in a field, if you know a lot about a certain subject, it's one of the quicker ways to get income up and running. So number 5, you can sell other people's stuff. So I don't know if you know what affiliate marketing is, but affiliate marketing is basically the act of taking other people's stuff and using a website where you can get a commission if people buy it. So for example, Amazon has an affiliate program, and you can take any product on Amazon, you can generate a link through their affiliate program, And then if you post it somewhere and people click on that link and they buy that product, you get a commission. Now, Amazon's commission is kind of low compared to other places, but I know there's a lot of places online that offer this sort of thing. And you could just Google affiliate programs. And if you look for some of your favorite services and stuff like that, they probably have affiliate programs too. It's really popular. Just scroll all the way down the website and look at the bottom links, or just search, my favorite program, affiliate program, or whatever, and you'll find it. And affiliate marketing, I think, is really, it's one of those no barrier things. Like you can start literally right now, but it requires a lot of marketing knowledge, and it's not one of the, like, you don't just want to grab links and just start spamming them everywhere. That's not going to work. But you can combine it with some of these other methods to really, add value to people's lives. So, for example, I post a YouTube video every day. If I were to review a book on YouTube, that'd be a great opportunity for me to use an affiliate link for that book, right? Because people watch my review on the book on YouTube and they're like, oh, I want to buy the book, and then they click my affiliate link and they go and they would see the book and they would buy it, and then I'd get a commission. So that works really, really well. And it's called an affiliate program. You could just Google search it. You can look around and find all the cool stuff. It's one of the quicker ways to get started. So those are the 5 ways I think you can make passive income as a game developer. Not all of them are applicable to everybody. Obviously, we all have different places in life. We have different assets. We have different skills. So those are the things besides selling your game, right? Like, I'm trying to think outside the box here and share things that are not necessarily you would think right away, like, hey, I'm going to sell my game. Like, obviously, you're probably going to sell your game. Or if your game's free, maybe you got monetization in there. Like, that's definitely a method. And that's, when you have a game up there that is on Steam or something like that, it's pretty much passive at that point. Because if it's on Steam, Steam delivers it, Steam take care of everything. They just send the money to your bank account. So it takes a lot of work up front, but then it's passive after that. So that definitely falls, that'd probably be number 6, right? But I know as game developers, sometimes game development takes a long time. So it helps to kind of have something, in the meantime to go up for that. And there's a lot of other ways to make income as well as a game developer. A lot of ways. I have a video on how to make money in game development. I probably will make more in the future. But this specifically is just for the passive income. And I really hate that term, because even passive income requires a lot of work. It's not just like, hey, I get free money every month. No, it requires a lot of stuff. So, but these are the things that I've used in the past that have, been somewhat passive. So I hope you found it useful. If you have any comments about this, or you got any questions or anything like that, leave them down below, because I'm here to answer them. But once again, my name is Tim Ruswick, and I'll see you again tomorrow.